Okay, I think that I'm live right now. Not certain, but let's hope so, anyways. So, based on the title, I don't know if anybody's watching, but I'm trying to show a little bit of prep I have for D&D. This is the first session in this new campaign I'm running, and I've been putting off the actual work until now, pretty much. All I'm doing is kind of roughly outlining what I want to happen. I want the introductions to feel good for each character, so they're each getting their own kind of scene. Valen is an elf. A Actually, here I'll just show you a little bit on what I wrote up for each of these guys. So starting with Valen, if I can find him. Aha. He is being played by one of my buddies and is an Eladrin, Summer Court, I believe. And the story leading up to where the campaign picks up, because we're going level 1, starting at the very beginning, is he was raised as kind of a soldier, a protector, a guardian by a minor royal family, or noble, rather. The protectee, I suppose, became like a sister to him, but unfortunately she was killed by some assassins. Ever since then, he's kind of left the family, been disowned, for lack of a better word, and sent out. And he's just been on his own, trudging along, living life full of guilt. Fun stuff. Also, he's got a pretty fancy blade on him. Because he kind of has this self-hatred thing, I'm going to have him drinking at just some town square, the place we're going to kind of pick up in the long term. We've got Suki, who is a wolf man kind of hybrid looking thing. Stranger to these lands, washed ashore, and he's been on the run since arriving. Turns out people don't take kindly to what they don't understand. Rokoga is acting as a guardian for the magpie. Both of these are players. And one is adjudicator, a custom class I've been working on for my buddy. The other one has amnesia and is playing an abjuration wizard. Gers is going to be a hexblade warlock, although for now he's just a warlock. And let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's all my players. As far as the actual, I guess, narrative to pick things up here, I want there to be an adventure of some sort. And since this is supposed to be a war-torn land, I am trying to set that vibe. We've got Hyun, an ex-merchant who's kind of the rich guy in town who's been providing and supporting most of the people in this village of Yeson, or Yisan. I'll let them figure out how to pronounce that. All his stuff, though, has been taken by marauders from Sain Utag, which is kind of a stand-in, I'd say, for a Genghis Khan type of Mongolia. Yeah, people aren't really going to be jumping for that action, but I'm hoping the players step up. If not, I'll have to find another way of kind of tying them in. Yeah, either way, I want them tracking this group down who rode off on horseback. And they're going to find a couple more people along the way, probably. I don't have names or anything for them yet. I'll probably make that up on the spot. But they'll have a little bit of information and mostly just kind of point them in the right direction. They've also been robbed. What I want for encounters is well, firstly, there needs to be kind of a search for this. Okay, so of all my characters here, my players, only one has a very defined goal right now, something that's trackable, easy to kind of follow and just do. And that's the dude who has amnesia. He's been sent on a quest, kind of a fetch quest, to go track down a corpse of some old battlefield from this previous war. That's going to be somewhere in the region. I'm not quite sure where yet. I don't think we're getting to it this session, but he might get a little information on that. Either way, encounters, I want one to be vultures and swarms of ravens thirsty going for water. Can be okay. Fight only happens if water is not given. Dry terrain. We can have a second fight, which is going to be, let me see. I've got the 2024 monster manual here. Gonna look through based on CR. I think the total CR I'm aiming for is about 1 right now. Just a little higher, maybe. Where's Scout? I believe I saw that. It's a half CR creature. Yep, okay. Scout starts with S. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna write these down for now. Scout. And then 2. I'm running out of hands here. This will work. Okay. 2 Aarakocra. Spelled that wrong, I imagine. Skirmishers. And if I want a third one, we'll just go draft horse. Hooked. Okay. If I'm back to the top of this thing, Aarakocra should be first. I'm looking for A. Aha. Skirmisher. Talons and wind javelins. Interesting. Okay. How am I going to fit Aarakocras in? This is how I do most of my world building, is on the spot, I guess. This is more prep than I normally do, if I'm being completely honest with you guys, but there we go. That looks better. Not Cockra. Kokra. Kokra are looting battlefield with Scout directing them. Sure. Okay, they fly, they have talons, and they have wind javelins. That's fun. Okay. Then I'm looking for Scout, so I need S. After M, after P, after R. Okay, here we're getting close. Scout. Okay. Yeah, just a person with a sword and a longbow. Okay, that's easy enough. I don't really need a whole lot extra there. That should be plenty of combat, I imagine, for a first session at level 1. I don't even know if we're doing all 3 of these, but yeah, this will be all right. Okay, then what else do I want? Oh yes, one more fight, although it's probably not going to be a fight. Sign Utog. I'm going to find some kind of stat block here. That's definitely higher level and they should be able to fight right now. If they take them on and win, fair enough, power to you, but I'd say odds are they're not taking this win. Yeah, Bandit Captain sounds good. Let's start with B. Bandit Captain. His remaining men stay back during fight. He challenges them to battle for the goods. Scimitar and light crossbow. Oh no, it's pistol. Okay. That'll work. Actually, what do we have for centaurs? Because in Sinu Tog, I've got a lot of centaurs kind of built into the game. It just fits the horse archer kind of look. Okay, run B, run E, looking for C. Centaur. Centaur Trooper. Maybe I pivot to that. Yeah, we'll go with that. Okay. He challenges the party to a battle for the goods. If they win, he gives the stuff. If he wins, he sends them back with a warning to not return, or they will be treated as enemies. Potentially says, this is just in case the conversation goes that way about fairness or something, but you claim we stole these long ago. Our people lived in these lands, but they were taken by you who were stronger. This is only by your own logic fair. Okay. Once that's resolved, however it shakes out, hopefully without somebody dying, that's really all we're aiming for here. They're going to return to town. What I call it, Yeson. Yeson. This place has been protected by a militia from Chomyang. Militia has burned town to ground. They took goods not from Hyun, that's the name of our guy, but from villagers. Villagers fought back. They lost. Dying Cho Myung Man says, we protect, but that comes at a cost. We we have to survive too. We have lost much defending the surrounding people. Hyun's family is unfortunately dead. Not a happy ending, but I need to set the tone that this is a place where not so great things happen. Everybody understands that kind of, by default, but I want this continent to feel less fun, at least for now, because we're just coming off the tail end of a war and people are desperate for anything. I got plans for Hyun later. Actually, I'll just put them on here. Nobody should be watching this but my buddies. Nobody should be watching this, period, if I'm being honest. Okay. What's he gonna become? Become the becomes rich. What's the word for when you give away a lot of stuff? Benefactor, I guess. To the needy after pulling himself together. Secretly becomes the Owlman. Sure. Batman spoof, but is played for laughs, but very dry. Excuse me. He truly believes in his cause of righting wrong. And these could all change, but I really like the idea of this character going this way. Secret identity unless party figures it out. Tries to disappear. Stealth check. If he does, he'll pull the Batman and just vanish. If he fails, you'll see him, I don't know, like hiding under a table or something. It's going to be hilarious. I know it's not a very happy ending for at least this first session, but I don't think they have to be. I think real stakes make the laughs more fun. Maybe that's a weird thing to say, but it makes the lighthearted moments feel more important, I'd say. Either way, this is pretty much all I'm writing down for my session. I don't need to really do much else because well, first of all, I don't want to. And secondly, I don't intend on like publishing any of this. So if it's enough for me, it's enough for me. I've got 3 combat scenarios planned out. I guess what I could do is a little more here. Shrubland terrain, stuff to hide behind. Bodies everywhere. Oh, I do have another encounter actually. I almost forgot about this one. I really like the idea for this one. Since this is very East Asian inspired, we need some of that wuxia, wuxia, however it's pronounced. Some of that, I guess you'd call it, I don't know, like Korean or Chinese. I'm not sure which it is, but it's that martial arts kind of superhero genre. I need some flying swords though, and those exist in this game, and they're low level if I recall correctly. Animated flying sword, 1/4 CR. So I can throw 5 of those at the group. Yeah, I'll do that. 5 animated flying swords. And a jackal. Why not? Amidst a sea of corpses. Swords without a wielder rise towards any who approach. Will kick and fight if not calmed down. Okay, if I'm going to expand on any of this, let's see. Indie name generator. Yeah. We want the name of a tavern, I guess. The Abandoned Tiger. Sure. That's weird. I like it. In the Abandoned Tiger. Okay, I'm gonna have to set these more cinematically. So I guess just a test run would be. I want this open because it has names. Tsuki Takashi. You wake up resting inside of. You wake up inside of a bush. Huh. Yeah, I'll play these by ear. I always do. Short stream. Don't have a lot else to do. I've been trying to make music happen, but it doesn't sound the way I want it to, and it keeps crashing. Lucky me. Either way, thanks for watching if you are. Peace out.